What's that, about 2 weeks? Who cares? I mean, I'm definitely more interested in what's going on leading into Mania, but the feeling ain't there right now. There's a level of anticipation just because it's the show it shows, but there's a different level of hype that's supposed to be there. At least from what I'm accustomed to. Either way, it's Neon. Let's talk, bro. NXT and SmackDown. I would say pardon me for the past couple, but I mean, they're not really giving us TV to go with and want to sit here and talk about. The cats that's talking about it, I'm even about to start straying from them because honestly, they're not really saying anything that's making the product evolve. If I'm not seeing it and I'm not hearing it, then I'm just gonna keep on pushing and keep my mission moving forward because I feel like most of these cats in the community are just how can we say, they're more so following their base. You know what I mean? Respectfully to the base, I'm not really thinking about the fan base as much as I'm thinking about moving the product forward in the name of the fan base. I know there's going to be a lot of disagreement with that, regardless of comments or views, but that's a firm stance. Like, I'm not one to complain about the product. I'll call it out when it need to be called out, but to make an entire chicken gimmick of it, get real. So what do we got opening up? We got KO hitting the stunner on Chad Gable on the KO show. SRKO, one of the better things going on Raw right now. So you're not supposed to trust KO with the, stuff with Sami Zayn and all the clear and obvious from back in the day. But I mean, KO's doing some of the best work I've seen him doing in a while. Obviously, Seth and him, they're bouncing off of each other well. Gable and Otis, we're clearly seeing. We all knew Gable and Otis was gonna be able to do this, but for years, Otis was even funnier when he was funny when he was with Heavy Machinery. It wasn't, you know, great comedy, but it was like, okay, he definitely has like that element. So now that he has a little bit more of that, rough side, that edgy side or whatever, it's good to go with. Seth Rollins and KO defeated the Alpha Academy. Understandable enough. It's a little triple threat tag team match leading. Well, they going into that. So I mean, if you're not trying to complain about it, why not? It moves us forward to next week. Almost defeated T-Bar. Dominic Dijakovic because he was too black and gold, and Omos is somebody they want to have some faith in because of his size. Omos needs more in ring. I know it's a lot different to move around when you like as large as he is, but it needs to be devastation when he was pulling up. That's how I feel about that. So, uh, Dominic Dijakovic, we all know the guy could go, but if anything's been proven, it's a lot of people in WWE could go that they don't care to use in ring because they're not necessarily trying to have a wrestling match in the ring. They're trying to tell the story. So, the story of these matches, it ain't really something that's gonna garner the attention for somebody to talk about this every single week. I'd rather it would, but you know, uh, treating cats like Dominic Dijakovic like that, it's not the wave. This is where they complain about you're not making new stars. He could have been a little bit higher, and that win for whoever just faced him that I forgot about. See, almost it could be a little bit more memorable for both sides. Almost was running with AJ and then beat him up, and now AJ still doing awesome things. Meanwhile, almost is beating up not even mid Carter, lower mid Carter. Like, come on, son. Don't open the act, and he barely mid Carter. No, so I like Dominic Dijakovic though, but I guess I like the wrestler. We know that's not good stuff. Says the elder, which I did not go and check out Pat McAfee's podcast with him. I'll listen to that on my old time. It's like when all of the superhero movies come out, like, oh yes, I'm Captain America. Oh, I'm Iron Man when Iron Man come out. Like right now, everybody's about to be the Batman again. Everybody was just Spider Man at the end of last year. So right now, everybody is running with this whole Vince McMahon is so genius and smart and great and humanized and all the rest of this. And it's like, well, I'm gonna let all y'all have all y'all opinions. I'll reserve all commentary on that until uh, probably further notice. Like I'm gonna just when I do get around to watching it, I'm gonna be paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But And not right now. Too much sauce on it. Too much haphazard and impulsive energy, around all of that in the community. It's like a bunch of look, I see clearly where I'm from. So y'all know what this is looking like when you want to talk about everybody getting a quick fix on something, information. And I'm not going crazy over the elder being interviewed by somebody that, clearly deserves a match and has his own show and all that. So it's like Pat gets his match, that's what's up with Theory. We'll get into that. And good stuff, but no, I didn't watch. At least not yet. Ciampa defeated Robert Roode. Ciampa with the brown hair and goatee, I ain't even mad at. You know what I'm saying? Robert Roode last week jumped into NXT. I ain't even mad at. Ziggy still on TV. I guess it's just something we gonna have to deal with for the meantime. So I ain't upset. You know what I'm saying? Like it was alright then Ciampa and the Raw and NXT stuff. I can just hope that the call ups whenever they do happen from NXT actually feel like something. It feels like going this route would always having the NXT and Raw storyline going is like an attempt to keep things happening or to reinvigorate that whole 205 segment or the cruiserweight segment from back in the day. But now I feel like it kind of might diminish some actual call ups to the main roster from NXT 2.0. But maybe that's the overall goal. Like they're trying to temper expectations and that's kind of trash. We're gonna move right past whatever segment Reggie and Dana Brooke and them got going on because no. And the Hurt Business defeated Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. So Bobby Lashley's out on injury. Ray and Dom is where they at right now. We both know they could go. Dom want to go a little more, but as far as Shelton and Cedric goes, we need to see them a little bit more as far as just solidifying themselves as, a valid tag team. I'm not really seeing anything outside of just guys that like enhancement talent, like glorified enhancement talent, and then they still repping the Hurt Business with Bobby Lashley saying like, you don't want them no more. Like, what does this even mean? And it's just a silly ass continuity thing that doesn't make sense when it comes to this shit. So let's just move on to the next one because clearly they don't want us to talk about it because it's like, okay, well, this is just a 3 hour show that we're moving forward. Continuing on, the Street Profits beat Arcade Bro. Randy Orton getting sick and tired of Riddle and doing all the Riddle stuff and all that. And it's like, yeah, I feel that. You know what I mean? Like, Randy even cut that little mustache he was rocking in the meantime. So, yeah, we'll see what happens if Riddle goes over Randy down the line, which he should. I think it might be a little turn at Mania and then they'll, WrestleMania fall out that and then try to build this stretch it to SummerSlam. But I don't agree with it. I think they should keep them together and really come through with a surprise around SummerSlam. But I mean, I'm not even really big on that team breaking up because the tag team division is doing so poorly. Like, even down to these oddball teams. Like, what are you gonna keep these oddball teams for? Like, you're not even really making them mesh into a team. Like right now, it sucks, but it even still feels like Sasha Banks and Naomi's an oddball tag team. But I guess we'll get back to that quite potentially. And I said that last time we was gonna get to Roman Reigns and Goldberg. I think I might have forgot about it. Whatever. Is there anything else I missed as we moving through? Damian Priest snapped after Finn Balor captured the United States Championship. I mean, this is a really good way to put Finn at a certain level and then, massaging the idea that he's going to be, you know, putting over younger talent coming up. But right now, I think Finn could cut a clear promo. Finn can handle his business. He can do what he do. So, what's the dilly? Oh man, I guess we gotta say pardon that. Hold on. Cut, 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 cut. What was it? They about to start making Finn look good, so when he's putting other people over, it actually feels like something. That's what that looks like to me. United States Championship. I mean, I'm gonna need to see something out of Finn. The Open Challenge thing ain't been done for a while, but I mean, all of this stuff needs main stories. Like the Intercontinental Championship right now is getting a little bit of a storyline attached to it. I can't quite recall what it is, but we'll get there. Um, Damian Priest, we just gonna have to. He got to cut this snapping shit out. The little snapping story. It's not good. It's not good. Like it's kind of it's run its course already, probably. Like it's had its moments. Like I'm kind of over it all. Like okay, now his anger made him lose the United States Championship. Now can we move forward? Like then what? Like that was it. Let's just move forward and see what we get next week. I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Um, Damian Priest beat him up, so that might be justification for some next shit. Whatever though. And then I guess the main event was Edge unleashing a vicious attack on AJ Styles after AJ accepted the WrestleMania challenge. Okay, okay. He went the bulldog back. He went that bullshit. He went that real shit. I mean, it could have just been regular babyface on regular babyface. But no, the fans are confused. Are you not trying to smarten your fans? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's the real angle here? Oh, no, I want the real AJ back, and then Edge just goes back to babyface after the fact. Sounds good. I mean, I guess that puts AJ in the space of having to be the winner, and I'm not necessarily opposed to that either. AJ could win that. He just signed another contract, so they talking. So if you're gonna be around, yeah, it's about time for AJ to get back in the championship picture, man, and then get this little dream match and mania out the way. Yeah, bro, I'm thinking we might get some real good stuff out of AJ moving forward. So there goes Raw. Edge AJ Styles was the main takeaway. What did we miss with the ladies? Wasn't there a ladies match? There had to be some ladies stuff. What was it, 6 women tag, I believe? Or was that last week? Yeah, it was a 6 woman tag. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan defeated Becky Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. Okay. Um, it was a well wrestled match from what I can remember. It was so okay that I remembered while we were scrolling back up that I actually missed a match with them. So I didn't quite miss it. It was okay from what I can kind of recall, but let's just move forward. 6 women tags is so LOL in this. Um, then we got 2.0 rolling, and then Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa coming out in Steiner gear, and they beat uh, Rude and Ziggy. And, at least Champ is, going with the flow of it all. Like it's looking okay and trying to make this thing into, what's way better. So we'll just we'll keep looking and seeing what comes of it. But once he goes for the championship, we're gonna need to see that 2 point, not that 2.0. We're gonna need to see that point five on the network champion back. Real talk. So there goes that. LA Knight laid the final challenge out to Grayson Waller. I mean, whatever. Everyone's kind of tired of seeing it. LA Knight is. We already know he's Gucci. He should. I want to say what he should be getting and should be doing right now. Working on this mic work is exactly what's happening right now as far as LA Knight goes. Yeah. So, all right, let's keep that pushing and move on to the next thing. Some things I might have missed, but hold up. Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai defeated Indy Hartwell and Persia Pirotta in the Dusty Cup match, or Women's Dusty Cup. Certain things they're not putting on NXT television, at least I'm not getting to see on Hulu, is how these teams get formulated. They out here putting Raquel and what's the old girl name, Chloe Jade, giving them the little vignette packages and all that. And that's like, okay, fine, I can understand. But then we'll be looking at Dakota and Wendy True. Just from my standpoint, it's like I didn't get to see the segment where they decided to get together. And then I'm really not even huge on certain aspects of this little character change that Dakota's been going through. So I mean, whatever, right? But let's just keep pushing. Then what? Then what? Who's this? Pardon me. Last Legend beat up Mario Miller. Now hold on, let me think about that. So Last Legend defeated Mario Miller. I guess nobody really likes the Last Legend style in the ring. I think it's still evolving, so let's just go with that. Everybody's gonna have so much to say, but as some time progresses itself, and I'm looking at how I want to look at these matches as opposed to people that are just antiquating how they want people to look at the matches. Yeah, man, we might be able to get a little something else, but as far as the best matches going, and like I said, like we need to really start putting some thought into that. And I'm not really seeing where that's being put into practice. I'm just seeing a lot of attempting to accommodate certain parts of the fan base, like whether you want to see it or not. Now, last legend be a White Miller. Okay, fine. What do we have after that? Gunther and Solo Sikoa. Walter Guns beat Solo. I mean, whatever. Walter needed to win. Solo's still going to look good either way. I believe that's how that went. What else we got? Harlan beat Draco Anthony. I don't even see this cat on my NXT television, so when he gets his, when he gets here. And then what do we have? Oh, yo, this women's tag match right here. You want to have some raw storylines mixing with the NXT. This is exactly what you need to be having right here. Yo, Lisa Leon and Valentina Feroz. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we all know that Raquel could go in the ring. Cora Jade, it looks like she's still coming up, but I mean Raquel is carrying all of it right now. And we all know Raquel is she's the one that could go in the ring. So to be able to keep up with those two, boy, boy. Those two right there. Just keep it up. I don't know about on the microphone and such like that. And we all know that in ring isn't really like the go to when it comes to WWE or NXT 2.0. So whatever. All right, we got this cat Von Wagner beating Andre Chase. Looking crazy in the thumbnail. Crazy to me at least. I'm not crazy about it. Andre Chase looking way better than half of these cats. Where's Duke Hudson on NXT TV? I mean, I know he's shown or whatever, and I ain't really get to see him because I'm not really trying to watch NXT or on the phone and going through that because there's no point for keeping cable for TV like that. Like, let's just keep it real. Moving forward, Carmelo Hayes beat Pete Dunne in the North American Championship match. Not bad. Not bad. Hayes got to move on, but he got to keep winning too. That's really all I got. Him and Trick, they killing it. There's no question about it. I hate to call it like I'm biased or anything like that, but I'm really not when it comes to this. Like if he wasn't that good, then nah. Like honestly, the way that these guys are being built, I'm a little more interested in them than just Big E by himself. Like his run with the WWE Championship was not as interesting as what's going on with Carmelo Hayes right now and Trick Williams, along with the NXT North American Championship. And I'm not even fronting, like, understand, they New Day rocks. Like, it ain't, I've been rocking the New Day since basically day one. So, it ain't no second thoughts here. We done been through all the ups and peaks and valleys, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think that was just a way to complain about Big E not having a good championship run. Is there anything else on 2.0? No, thank goodness. So, what are we dealing with next? Um, SmackDown. Great. Let's get to it, man. What do we have? The best match of the night actually turned out to be the Intercontinental Championship between Sami Zayn and Ricochet. Now, if you ain't go and watch that show and you coming over here to find out, nah, don't do that. Go look to the other cats that's really gonna give you the rundowns on how some of these matches went. Right? What I could tell you is finally, Sami Zayn is showing exactly why we're supposed to want him on our television as far as the in-ring stuff goes. Ricochet clearly doesn't always have it, so it took long enough. Everybody's saying 2 years too late, 4 years too late. I get it. I mean, like, I'm not really mad at how long it took because right now Ricochet is still seemingly mastering these little G Golly promos he be cutting. And nobody likes hearing him do these G Gollies, but they're going to keep pushing him until he decides to turn up. I would like to see him flip that switch and really start going hard on whoever on the microphone. Like, we all know he can. I've seen him flip that switch a couple of times, and even off script, like, he was wild. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I know for a fact that Ricochet got it better than most of the cats on the roster do. If it took this long to sift through the process and find this cat being that good, then, I mean, so be it. Like, why not? He got plenty of seeming character. I'm not a fan of all of the dance moves and shit, but certain parts of him loosening up, it fits because clearly the sister she's sifted through. And if we keep it with brand split stuff, then if Ricochet is number two after Drew, I mean, the championship just needs some stories to it. Johnny Knoxville is not going to be Intercontinental Champion. Everyone can just wipe their foreheads with that one, and thank goodness. But I'm still not crazy about like Johnny Knoxville's been here. I mean, let's just get through Mania with him. I would much rather watch Ronda Rousey clearly. You know what I mean? And I really want to start pulling for Ronda Rousey a little more. Just looking at it, like we can't just automatically sign her right off. Like it's wild to look at the entire process, but I'm not going to sit here and try to bury Ronda. You know what I mean? Like she's you learn more about life after you start having children and stuff like that. So it is what it is. So now, Austin Theory informed Pat McAfee that he's facing him at WrestleMania. I don't even know if I said it in any of these videos. I probably said it on the internet somewhere a long time ago. Who knows? But it was sometime near the beginning of this year or whatever. Maybe in the last year. I don't know. I said Pat McAfee should have a match because somebody tried to disrespect Michael Cole or some shit like that. And their pal Pat McAfee defends him the same way Dio Matter was trying to defend Jerry the King Lawler when Brock Lesnar destroyed him at Raw a long time ago. This is not exactly what I asked for, but at the same time, it gets pat in the brain. I've always been one to say, like, even though I was like wrestling mad at Pat McAfee because he came in NXT and he was acting his way and blah blah blah. And it's like we all know Pat's himself. You know what I mean? And if the elders gonna co-sign him after everyone else, like Pat McAfee is the closest thing we got to Morrow. You know what I mean? Like since Morrow, no question. No question. You know what I mean? Like he can't be Morrow because he's too busy being Pat. So I think that's about all of the putting over I can stomach to do for Pat McAfee as far as him getting in the match goes. LMAO. You know what I mean? Like, and I sincerely am joking with a very straight face. But I mean, we all know he could go. Like we seen what he did in there with Adam Cole. I think him and Austin Theory are gonna have a great fucking match, personally. Like I'm not disinterested. Pat gets the chance to really, you know, be this. Like he wants to be that. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell and you can see it from back when he was playing around in that NXT storyline, and he kept coming back around. And clearly, with the Sirius XM deal and all the rest of that, like he don't need to be around. So he's doing this because he clearly loves it, and hopefully he sticks around. Like I'm honest, I'm just being sincere with that one. I hope Pat sticks around. Like he's been good. I mean, and then I mean, come on. He's one of the actual NFL players that made something of themselves in WWE after the NFL. Uh that's a plus, like because there's been plenty. Like who's the other one? Like another one is Baron Corbin. The other side of that, Baron Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but I don't really know anybody else that was really you know, like the last cat I was kind of pulling for was Latino. God, let's move forward. So yeah, Austin Theory, Pat McAfee, Mania, why not? Sounds stupendous. In my Pat McAfee voice. Naomi defeated Carmella. Okay, that was obvious. I guess next week. Oh yeah, and then next week we're gonna get Sasha versus Zelina. Why not? Sasha coming out and glow in the dark stuff. They trying to give Naomi that Sasha rub. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Let's just hope that this black girl magic really takes off because it really could. It really could. Kind of see half of that angle with Bailey coming back. Like, yo, what is that? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? But we'll just see how they bring Bailey back. Bring her back as a heel is obvious. Like I said, the angle is pretty clear, but to do it at Mania, I mean, I guess, but then at the same time, maybe not. Raw after Mania, there's definitely space for that. Part of that shit is crazy. I guess I'm chatting too much on this. I could have a bunch of other lights going on there, but I really just don't feel like it. I'd rather keep it real gritty. I know where you at. I know where you at with me. So we gonna talk that real shit. And I, the opinion is really about to start getting with no puns intended, way more edgy than anyone expected it to. Drew McIntyre defeated Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is unproven, so why is he on television? You want edgy? Hot take. Next round of releases. Get him out of there. Like, one way, exit. Oh, like that was the wall. Oh, exit the other way. Exit stage left, sir. Goodbye. There you go. Next. Roman Reigns spoiled WrestleMania by promising to make Brock Lesnar acknowledge him. Okay, we got 4 weeks. We're gonna need at least 3 of them shits to be really, really, really popping. No, not all full. I'm not trying to push these cats too hard. I know they can't, do too many weeks in a row of good television. Let's just massage that idea. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, like the way you could tell they need to creatively find things. It's like, oh man, yo, let's move forward. So the Usos defeated the Viking Raiders. All right, the Viking Raiders. I like that it was. Oh, yo, hold on, pause. Yo, last week's SmackDown was all tag matches, bro. That shit was so ass, bro. Like that's why I didn't even want to talk about that shit. Like, what is this shit? I mean, but whatever. Let's move forward. So there was no time in Saudi, and then last week it was all this leading into this, just for the Usos to retain the titles. I'm not mad. Let's move forward. Like the Usos is alright. They got a good look. They really running with the bloodline thing, and it's working for everyone attached. So let's just keep it pushing. Like why not? And then the one beat it ended. Like I think they should start coming with a couple of more cool ways to make that happen, just to give that nod to that RKO out of nowhere energy. You know what I mean, like that's just me though. Like whatever. Comment how you feel. Um, Sheamus and Rich Holland destroyed Big E's ATV. I mean, this is just more obvious storyline shit. Like, I wasn't even a fan of it to begin with. Oh, it was a birthday present. So then they beat up on it, and yeah, like it's obvious that shit was gonna get broken up like that. So, excuse me. Now we got a New Day and these two going at it next. And then we got Ronda Rousey beating Sonya Deville, which, I mean, at the end of the day, Sonya Deville's back in the ring. I like that. She's toned down, and I'm just talking for television, like real shit now. She's toned down a lot of too much of that overbearing authority figure thing, and that's good because I definitely wanted to see her get beat up. I'm not crazy about Ronda's moveless. I'm calling it. I'm not crazy about her moveless. I want to pull for Ronda Rousey. I want to rock with Ronda Rousey. I'm not crazy about the y'all want a souvenir. She's been doing this from like her earliest days, so it's not like I could change that shit or anything like that. But I would. I wouldn't even be saying that. Like so far, Ronda's return has been a 4 out of 10. Do I love Ronda Rousey? Still. But I'm not really seeing I'm not seeing the shine right now. Like I said, I feel like she should have went for the women's tag team championships with Shayna Baszler. I feel like she should have had gotten eliminated in the Royal Rumble because we would have had a little bit better of a story with her going in, period, or coming in, once again. But what can you do? Can't be upset about it. We just gotta see how the storylines continue to move forward. She has been trying to be a little more fan focused when it comes to being out there on camera and smiling and being a baby face. Could she be a little more effervescent? I don't know. I think she needs to be a happier baby face. But no, excuse me, an angrier baby face. Like she needs to be happy and nice shit coming in the ring, but then we need to see her go completely bonkers. Like period in the story. Like lose her fucking mind. And yeah, then she made Charlotte tap out after the match. And it was all going crazy. Oh, Charlotte never tapped and blah blah blah. It ain't crazy, man. It wasn't the best episodes this week. Leading into Mania, I mean, what, 3, 4 weeks out? Yo, let's hurry up, man. I want to say let's get this shit out the way, but I'm really going to say let's just make the goddamn show watchable. Like, oh, it's supposed to be the show of shows. Well, it will be. It says the revenue part that we have nothing to do with. So if you ain't about to really be out here trying to affect the goddamn product the way we all know it could be changed, and you just going with the old style, well, whatever, bro. And if you really, 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 really getting mad, dude, you need to go outside. You need to get you some booty or something. Like you need to go find you a lady friend, something. Go find Go find a mate. Go go associate with people that are gonna be able to take your mind off of this enough to where it doesn't really get you as emotionally affected as to where you out here dropping your thoughts for 30 minutes or up. I mean, angrily. With all of that. This is only the beginning. I don't really care to keep talking. It's Neon. Mile at y'all, man. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, do all the rest. I'll see you soon.